Welcome back to the channel with me, Dr. Vivian Atud. It's always a pleasure to have you on the channel. If you are new to our channel, please like, subscribe. And when you subscribe, please enable notifications so when we create other great content that could be of value to you, you will be number one to know. Today, we are getting into something more exciting still on our success lessons from the life of an eagle. And today we are looking at lesson number 5, embracing challenges, rising above the storms like the eagle. If you are new to the channel and you haven't checked the previous videos on this channel or on this subject, please look at the descriptions in the links below. Go there, review some of these videos so you get a holistic perspective on what we are dealing with right now. But this is exciting, rising above the storms, because guess what? Life will bring you storms, whether you like it or not. The mere fact that you are alive, it's already, you are guaranteed to face storms. If you haven't faced them in the past, if you are not currently in a storm right now, I don't want to be a prophet of bad news, but you can be assured that you will not walk this life journey without encountering storms. But think about it. Unlike other birds, that will run to shelter, that will run to go and hide, the eagle charges into the storms. The eagle runs into the storm, knowing that every storm will lift it higher to heights that it could never reach on its own. So if we could see our challenges the way eagles see the storms, question is, what do you do when you have a cloud of storms around you? When you have a cloud of storms around you, do you run for a cover, or do you rise and face them head on? Do you rise and face them head on? You know, the Bible speaks of a story of Jesus being in the boat with the disciples, and what happened? The storms were raging, and the guys were so scared. And this guy, Jesus, that is supposed to be their mentor, their boss, their everything, it's sleeping. And they go waking up, sir, master, don't you bother that we are about to die? And this guy is like, come on, people. It's just a storm. And he just speaks to the storm, peace be still, facing the storm head on. And the Bible said the storm ceased. So instead of running away to go hide from the storms, he faces the storm. So we are going to be looking at how the eagle rises above the storms and what lessons we could be learning from this. So type rise above if you are ready to embrace life's challenges and let them lift you to new heights. Because guess what? What doesn't kill you, the thing that will not kill you will strengthen you. The thing that will not kill you will empower you. So type rise above in the chat. Let's keep the conversation going as we explore how to rise above the storms and become stronger in different areas of life. So did you know that resilience is one of the most important, one of the most critical predictors of personal and professional success? Success is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for those who will give up, because guess what? The road to success is full of storms. And if you have raised up your hand and say, I want to succeed in life, I want to succeed in business, in personal life, in this area, guess what? You are lifting up your hand and saying that I want to overcome every storm that comes along this path of success, because I want to go all the way. So studies show that resilient people not only face challenges, they thrive. They do better in challenging seasons. So The eagle, it's one unique bird with a unique ability. It doesn't avoid storms like other birds going to hide and all that. It uses them. The storm's powerful winds lift the eagle higher than it could ever reach on its own. I mean, some a bird that takes advantage of the storm, knowing that I want to get to higher altitudes, but guess what? On my own, it's just challenging. So when the storms are around, it just knows that this is my opportunity to be lifted high. That is a powerful metaphor for thriving through all circumstances. That tells us that life's challenges can do us good, can do us good. So imagine what's possible if we stop fearing challenges, if we stop for a moment fearing challenges and start using them like an eagle uses them. An eagle refuses to fear the storms. So these obstacles can then become what pushes us, what tests us, what ultimately lifts us to places we never dreamt we could ever reach. So I want you to take a moment. Just think of your current obstacles. I mean, we are facing different types of obstacles. Let's get real here. Write it down. Write down what is the obstacle, what is standing between you and where you want to be. What is that barrier? What is that obstacle? Write it down. And then the next thing you want to do to yourself is next to it, write down one way that these obstacles could help you grow. I mean, one of the things, for example, it could just be lack of skill. I mean, you want to become something in life, but you don't have the right skill, you don't have the right qualification at the moment. What happens? Um, Instead of looking at that as an obstacle, you see it as an opportunity that can help you go out there. Now you redefine and say, this is not a challenge. The fact that I don't have this is an opportunity for me to enroll into this executive program or into this short course program or into this degree program so that I empower myself to be able to do the things I want to do. I mean, the mindset has shifted right there. So you need to walk in that mindset of an eagle. And one important thing you need to do to yourself is cultivating a resilient mindset. Cultivating a resilient mindset. So resilient doesn't mean you ignore your struggles. Guess what? These struggles are real. The struggles are real. We are struggling with one thing or the other in personal life, in business, in family, and we cannot make light of these struggles. But we need that courage to face these struggles with a sense of purpose. When we view our obstacles as opportunities to grow, we can transform any storm into what? A stepping stone. We no longer see them as storms. We now see them as stepping stones to our next level. And we see the storm to say, bring it on, bring it on. And like the book of James says, reminds us, consider it all joy, pure joy. I mean, some versions put it pure joy whenever you face trials and tribulations and all that. Why? Because these moments test and strengthen us. These are opportunities for us to grow. These are opportunities for us to grow. And like what gold, you become refined like fire and you come out stronger. So consider it pure joy, because if you have never been through it, You are a weakling. If you have never been through it, been through the fire and not been burnt, been through different kinds of trials and finding yourself at the other end, you would never be refined. Because think about it, for us to enjoy gold or diamonds, any of these minerals, the process of getting them out, it's a pressing process, it's a high heat process, it's a process that looks like tribulation to the ordinary eye. But guess what? This is a process that helps these minerals to become what they were generally created to be refined, to be usable, to be more valuable. So just imagine failing 1,000 times. I mean, that brings us to another guru of resilience, and that's Thomas Edison. Um, think about failing 10,000 times and coming out of it and saying, I just found 10,000 ways that I should not use to develop the light bulb. And just that one way, one out of 10,000. It says 10,000 ways that won't work. I mean, he puts it lightly. But think about the night of going up, waking up moment. Method number one didn't work. Method number two didn't work. I mean, some people will give up at the second failure, but this guy went up 10,000. How many times have you failed when you begin to think about it? I mean, there are other people. I mean, think of J.K. Rowling's and the Harry Potter series, all kinds of personal life challenges she faced, all kinds of rejections from every publishing house she knocked, and she felt like stupid. I mean, it was like, but guess what? She wrote one of the most influential series of all times. And even today, the benefits of her resilience is still there for future generations to come and experience it. So, studies continue to tell us that 80% of highly successful people credit their success to their ability to handle setbacks as the key to achieving any goal. So if we are not able to handle setbacks, we cannot wonder why we are where we are right now. We want to move steps forward. We want to succeed in different areas. We need to start thinking about the strategies of dealing with our setbacks. So I want you to think about one challenge that you're currently facing right now. What if this challenge is actually meant to elevate you, So let's choose to look at challenges differently, look at it differently, write down the challenges, and begin to look at it and say, no, this challenge, like the eagle, like the storms and the eagle, it's gonna lift me higher. And when you keep things like this in your journal and look back at it, your mindset has already changed towards the challenge, and your approach has changed, and it can only lift you back because you've already told your mind that this thing is not going to be a barrier to me. I'm going to rise above this thing. So I encourage you to take a moment and reflect on this. What is the one challenge that you are currently facing, and how can you turn it around into what? A stepping stone. Write it down, write the small action that you would take today to move you forward. And let's continue to support each other. Go into the comment section, share stories of resilience from your own life. Let's build each other up as we continue to rise above the storms like the eagle, as we continue to rise above the storms. Like I said, lots of free resources. Check the links in the description. If you are new to our channel, continue to share the word, and continue to grow to become more resilient. Until next time, remain a resilient being.